is under attack.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Anno 1800 to looking at the big retaliation of Beryl. Yes, that's right, she's attacking my fisheries right now. And actually, yeah, opening up the siege of Knuters, but it's a very pathetic one. Actually, Carl is coming in from behind. I was also coming in from here right now, but of course she does not stand a chance at all. Destroying a few fisheries, that's probably the most that we'll see here. Even though, look at that, she is building up more defenses over there. She can afford it now that she has lost so much influence, I guess. Because she still has her main island with the investors on board, right? And also, what is that? The Research Institute Foundation. She's also building this before she already has actually the scholar residences. Interesting, interesting. I was not able to do that. Now, in that case here, these ships are gone. Perfect. So the siege will then end and we'll get the fisheries back on track. Of course, we do lose some fishes in the meantime, but we are capped on fish, so it doesn't really matter. Fur coat she had on board. She was planning an expedition to the Arctic, I guess. Let's get the... Actually, no, wait a second. Let's keep the ships on this side. So I'm going to keep my Royal Galleons here and my Dreadnoughts here. They're self-repairing themselves right now, though of course this takes a long time. So for the 28,000 that we have. So the best option would be a research crane or a repair crane. However, we are very negative on influence, so I should increase my investor population. However, this requires more coffee because coffee is something we really lack right now. We're at 0. We consume 10 coffee per minute and we should actually have the surplus production for that. However, since the transportation routes are rather long, I think we're not having it really. 16 in again. Is there a ship going out right now with coffee? I don't see it. There it is. Yeah, there it is. The ship that is going out with 200 tons of coffee then as well. Still at the beginning of its journey though. It's the only ship that we have so far on this one. So I can now go with this next one, Buckthorn, that is starting in the old world now, since this one just started here. So they are at a maximum distance from each other. And that's it, right? So those two coffee traders are starting to work now. This should stabilize my economy there a bit, because coffee, what I can see, is the only real problem that we have right now. We still have the penny farthings there as well. This is then the problem with caoutchouc. So caoutchouc is not coming in so often, and my bicycle factories are not working because of that so often. There's also a change here, what I can see. This one does not have electricity all of a sudden. It was working before though. Did something change? By just 1 inch, it's not working. Of course, we can make this one work by just moving this power plant one step further. Power plant. That should then actually reach it. Yes, there it is. But very strange. I didn't move it. But it's working again. Next up, looking at my scholars there real quickly. As we can see, they've also unlocked the electricity threshold and also have a full fulfillment for that as well. That means that the limit was raised now to 10,000 research points, which is quite okay, I think. We don't have that many engineers, I think 5,000, so I could, of course, do some more researching. Major discoveries, we could go with the Great Eastern Permit, the Pier upgrade, which allows me to further customize my trade routes in the research kit, identify items, or we go with another permit extension, if I need that, right? This is a bit more interesting here, so production and mastery of nature. With the production, we can unlock, for example, rum production or coffee production in the old world. Bear in mind, 1 building, right? So we need to research every additional building again and again. So this is really nasty there. Move the clay deposit though is something that I like a lot, and also move the oil spring is something. We can check this out over here. So last I remember, we actually have full coverage here, right? We got 6 oil deposits and all 6 of them are being used, so I don't need to do this. I could, however, move both of them down here to be used in the same refinery, and then we don't need this building up here anymore to save, yeah, 90 workers. That would be an option. And about the clay deposits, I've got 1 over there, 1 over there, and 1 over there. They're also very well situated. So usually I would like to research this next because we can move them away from the city, but since they're so far away, really outside, there's no need to really do this. Perhaps this one here in the city area, it doesn't really fit in, so yeah, we can do this just fine, right? It does take a bit of time, but other than that, it's just for the fun of it, really. 5,000 research points and 1,000 engineers. Let's just invest all the engineers that we have to speed it up. It takes 60 minutes, so that is just also really long. But it is possible. That's just something I want to say. And let's continue with upgrading a few more engineers, right? We still have some that we can upgrade over here as well. This is just a bit of influence, and let's actually go down on the research there again, because I would like to upgrade more engineers, right? So we do have lots of them here, not so many over there, because there we have the power plant that is a bit limited. There is still a few more that we can upgrade. Oh, that was close, but possible. Engineer wise, it's a bit tough. Here we can have more, and let's just do this. Let's go ahead with those guys. And those guys down here, right? So that brings us down to negative 24 influence. And also, we should be able, there it is, yep, getting more skyscrapers. So we could start going with skyscrapers on the other side. Like here, for example. They would get then a nice panorama effect. Though it's weak for now with the first step, right? The first level. Yeah, it makes a slight profit, but it's not a lot really. But with that, we can also then start having skyscrapers along the river. That is something I like, actually, because it looks just very megacity-like, right? So we have them, and there is another one, and here perhaps. And props, this one. Oh no, okay, they lose panorama then with that. So I could, we could tone it down again here, so those two have their panorama effect there. There's something out here. It's just Beryl, really. Nothing too severe. And then perhaps also there's another one. And then here also along the river. Right, so they each get their panorama effect and also just fine. With that, so also a nice little skyline is forming then alongside the river here in the city center of Knutas. Fisheries we can also repair again, getting some of my attractiveness back, because we were really low with all those ruins. In the meantime, in Waif's Hope, the resources have arrived, because as we know, we do lack workers. And I would like to start up a smaller village over here, just with workers and farmers living here, so that we can bump up that population in Knutas, right? So we can upgrade more people over there, and we will connect it then with commuter peers. So I'm going ahead with, let's make it 3, probably almost completely enough for what we need here. Also here the connection, and then here a connection. Perfect. So we can put this one already together with yeah, we do have the starting workforce, so I could also just go ahead with a brick factory, a smaller brick factory production already. And as we can see, this is already, you know, working, right? It's working right away without having any village that we need for that, because the basic workforce is already in the 100 starter workforce that we have out of our unifier influence bonus. And with that, I can actually go ahead with a city then with a production right away without the need of anything else. We could also even afford some fisheries. So I would like to start with 2, and the rest of my production we can then move right into my timber storage. We can move right into building something. We could actually go ahead and, you know, just take something here like that, and they would then, I think, if I remember correctly, yes, move right to farmers, as we can see, right? This is really interesting. All right, there's another smaller Beryl attack over there in Taborim, but of course no chance really of doing anything here other than putting Taborim into siege mode again. And Carl is getting more and more ships over. I have no idea why. He's probably planning to take over Beryl's islands there. And at least for this one here, which is just a really beautiful one, I think we should at least take it. Let's take this one there. Yep, Narrow Bridge it's called. Let's go to the offensive again. And we just destroyed a ship of hers, so I'm not expecting anything else. Let's keep one ship here just for the sake of defense, so that I can react in case they attack. And the other ones are going out there again. There's still a ship of Beryl. Let's try take it down. Yep, it is taking the bait. We do have our Thunder. There it is, with a nice splash damage right away. Then also some grenades, but that is too slow for the damage that's coming in. Let's move into Narrow Bridge then right away, and while those ships are moving, let's not forget that we have other businesses. So I was able to build 2 repair cranes here with the influence that we got, and my two most damaged dreadnoughts are getting some repair now. Speeding it up, though it's so many HP points that it's really taking a long time before those are fully repaired. And yet then we're moving in. Probably sea mines. Everywhere we have sea mines. It's incredible. And those are not doing so much damage anymore in comparison to the dreadnought, right? Don't move so much, please. Please just stand still. Don't trigger any mines. Alright, is there any other area defended? No. So we should... Oh! There is actually some ships coming in all of a sudden. She's mobilizing. We should still... Yeah, we are still able to take it. There you go. And let's move the remaining ships back to Tabarim again. Before anything bad happens there to my fleet. I mean, some of them we lose there. This is a bit of a surprise. I did not see them coming, to be honest. And especially that battleship is nasty. So that is something I cannot easily take down. Yeah, I have to, though, because they're chasing us. There's no way I can actually get rid of them. We still have the item that I can use on the battleship from time to time. This one's down, and then it's really just that battleship, and we could try alternating both sides to do maximum damage. Yeah, we can take it down, but it's taking time, and we probably will lose another one. Ah, good. At least that lone apart 12-pounder is doing a good damage there, and that battleship is gone too. She's not able to rebuild them, by the way, at this point, because she's lost too many islands. At least I think so. And here, another alligator we get out of that. That's it, though. Yeah, she's lost another island. This was pretty important because it's a lot of space for us if we want to use that. Let's get my ships back home, though. And let's go back right to the old world because I need to check if there's any movement, but I don't think so. The repairing will still take a lot of time, no doubt about that. But we can upgrade a few more people to investors. And with that, finally get positive again on the influence. And this whole row there I would like to upgrade too. And yeah, we will need to further tone down on the research, but seriously, the research is the least of my problems right now. Let's do it like that. So having 400 engineers available again. 109,000 on the income. That's looking rather good here now. Let's continue upgrading a few more. And then we have Waif's Hope already. Let's go ahead, build the marketplace, the pub, and then basically as many of these buildings as we can to also start up something here. Now, the interesting thing is then our commuter pier. For that, we still need some more resources, and I think the first 2 will not cost me anything. The first one will definitely not cost me anything. If we check it out, there it is, 0 influence. So I'm just going to place it here for now because I want to hurry up my building. That would be the first one. Let's build it. And any second one? Still 0. Perfect. So the second one will also not cost us anything for Waif's Hope there at least. So we can then share the workforce and also in the process then continue upgrading more people here. And at the same time, the workforce will then be shared with my lovely Knuters. And we can continue upgrading more people then with that. Oh, we do have some sick people there again. That's the item bonus, but it's not as bad as I thought, right? So we barely have sicknesses here. And there we have it with the building resources. Commute pier number 2, 0 influence for now. There it is. And with that, we have a shared workforce finally with Knuters. Any additional one would probably cost me now, yeah, 15 influence. The first 2 at least were free. There you go. And this means now, of course, it's not that many yet, but over the farmer workforce is already going drastically up to 800. And with that, we can now upgrade the remaining farmers then in Knuters. So we still have some over here. This will bring in more workers then again. And with more workers, we can go with more artisans. So totally worth it in the end. Oh, ceasefire is over again. So they are going to beat themselves again, reducing their power effectively. There's a few more, but that's... Yeah, actually, we don't have that many, right? These guys here will probably need another marketplace. We can provide it though, so that we can have more. And of course, the main goal here is to get more artisans ultimately for more engineers. That would be that. I was looking with my forces. This one is now fully repaired. This one still needs some repairing, but it's also coming along. And there we have for Waif's Hope already all our production that we're going to need then in the future. So that would be of course the fire station, the warehouse, and then I could start with 2 schnapps distilleries and 2 farms right away to get the schnapps flowing. And the same thing then for the workload, very important, so that we can upgrade those guys as soon as possible. And actually let's boost our timber production thereby once more, because I do want a bit more timber. Even though that poor warehouse that we see here is already quite overwhelmed. Would still be fine. We can upgrade it once. There you go. To allow for a bit more timber to come in at once. Who am I kidding? It's way too slow. Let's just unload a lot of timber that I got from Angel, Claire, the respectively Knuters. Let's build all of the remaining farmers here. Continue with unloading everything that we have to offer. And also continue then right away with my sheep farms. Let's make it 4 right away, build them. And also 4 framework knitters then as well. This one we could upgrade once more, but I think... Oops, I think this one will be still fine like that. It's barely being used for now. All of these people here, let's just have a few more houses then. I really want a massive new workforce, a wave of workforces coming into Knuters, so we can have another bump in upgrades available. By the way, yeah, not that far away from level 52. That would bring us another bump of influence then. And that is something we can always use. So these are all being used now. Or all being... The space is being used now here. Just a few more there, right? And then we definitely will need to get rid of those here for school. That we can have already. And probably also a church. Let's provide a church as well to this area. Just across the road. And there we can have then a nice, beautiful church. If I find it, that is. There it is. Oh, not this one. This one. As well for my people. So once we upgrade them, they can be even happier workers. And by the way, we should be able to upgrade them now pretty soon, as the workload should be coming in any second. Once again, a very simple daily life here. No steam carriages, no steam cars or anything like that. It's just horses and donkeys on the street. Just compare this one with the life of a city like Knuters, how it's looking here at the main roads. We do see, oh well, not really here, but we do see steam carriages, right? And bicycles and more sophisticated cars and stuff like that. And beautiful ladies with sunscreens as well. So everything you have here. And in Waif's Hope, people want the same thing. So we're going to upgrade them to the next level as quickly as pie. Let's go ahead. We got a lot of people that we can upgrade this way. Port town achieved and almost 1,000 additional workers coming in. And now simultaneously what I can do, I can upgrade the workers in Knuters because we don't need that workforce anymore really. And that brings me more artisans. And this is just the synergy between the islands that I love a lot. That once this whole thing starts like that, we can just go crazy with the upgrading. Actually, there is something to repair. Right, and that means more artisans, and more artisans means also, once again, more engineers, people that we can upgrade to that level. Like those guys here, here. And definitely a few more here. And we still have 1,000. We still lack a bit of timber to upgrade all of them at once, but I'm of course doing me best. There is also the level up to 52, and with that 22 influence points. And of course we can then just happily continue with a few more upgrades like that to get the worker population back on track again. Now there actually remains another thing, another open business that we have, and my fleet is on its way for that, and that is the attack on Beryl O'Mara's main island. And we'll just see in a few minutes now if that is a big mistake or if we can actually take it down, because that would then probably decide the game anyway. Let's just go in here and just see how strong my dreadnoughts are. As we can see, my first warship is already down, but the dreadnoughts don't take that much damage. So that was the main intention here, that we keep the dreadnoughts a bit away from the sea mines, right? And the warships, the royal wards can take the smaller hits. Next one is down, so 2 ships we've lost so far, but only royal warships, no dreadnought yet. Let's focus fire on the big baddie there first. Also with my orders, the trade post that is down now. This is the most deadly one, but since there are so many, of course, it's going to take a while now. And as we can see, this is just the difference between a royal warship and a dreadnought. The dreadnoughts barely take damage, the royal warships are going down like flies. Of course, they might also be just taking the first hits in this one here. But yeah, that's up for debate. They just do way more and take way more, let's face it. Most of the cannons are down. We're still cleaning up the rest. We need to take them all down. However, that's not the end of it, right? Because right next to that we got the other one. This one. And this one has 4 big baddies on board. That's going to be another level of craziness that we'll just have to figure out if this can work. Also destroy these ones here quickly.
Prepare to fire.
There's the next mortar coming down already. Boom! Both of them with 1 shot. Perfect.
Enemy target established.
And I think, yeah, beside the 2 ships, we didn't lose anything else. We still have a strong fleet. This one's down. Let's also take down the fisheries. We just really need to make sure. As we can slowly start moving now. Because I think we've done a good job there. This one, definitely, every inch counts, really. Once we go to the other side. And yeah, once again, I'm going to send my royal warships to the front because they take the hits of the sea mines. I don't want my dreadnoughts to take that. There you go. Yeah, lots of sea mines. There's just I can't even have enough mortars to take all of these sea mines out. Let's break formation because speed is of the essence. And as we can see, heavy damage now coming in. That's the big baddies firing their first shots. Holy cow. Yeah, that's just looking really nasty. Next Royal Galleon down, next Royal Galleon down. We still have 3 Royal Galleons left, 2. And the dreadnoughts. And let's start firing my mortars on these big baddies here. All coming together now. First one is down then right away. And we're now only having... No, there's still 1 more Royal Galleon. Next big baddie is down, and then it's just this one. And this dreadnought, let's move it out. It still has 5,000 hit points left, so that's quite okay. But it's looking in a bad shape. Since they're all focus firing it right now. Oh. We might be losing this one. They're all firing on it. Get out there, Medusa. Get out there. Oh, sea mine. It's going down. Gee, yep, there it's down. Blowing up. My first dreadnought, I think. And we have taken the island though. At a heavy loss. But Beryl O'Mara's main island is gone and she is thus completely crushed. No way anymore for her to recover from this. You might be finding... Oh, green items. You could have given me something better there at least. Let's just collect some mortars that we found there on the way. A bear was swimming around. And definitely also here. Let's unequip these items there while we collect everything. Here, and there is also some advanced weapons. And another pounder. Perfect, so we can equip this one. That's fine. But that's it. Yep. 2 main enemies gone. Only Carl, but, you know, we could just live in peace with him. And we probably could also crush him. But Beryl was the hardest one. And in a combination of 2 wars, a 1 global war, she went down. Let's get back to my repair cranes. And we should also be seeing that then here in the military score. It's now almost close to me. So there's not that much here she can do anymore. She's got some islands in Anbasar and in Africa, in the New World, but she will definitely not get a fleet up there anymore for all of that. also continue upgrading some in Waif's Hope. Stay tuned.